everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Today we have another episode of Help My People show. So for some of you who don't know, this show is basically to motivate the unemployed youth in Nagaland or India. And today with me I have a special guest, and his name is Karan, and he's all the way from India, Himachal Pradesh, and he's currently working in his field, in the field of sustainability, and he's working as a full-time employee in his field, and we are very excited to hear from him. But without wasting any further time, he will introduce himself. But before that, I would like to really thank him. बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you so much for coming to my show. When I told you about that I'm working in this small project, you really accepted it wholeheartedly. बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah. So could you please introduce yourself to our audience?
So hi, मेरा नाम Karan है, and I did my mechanical engineering first in India. I worked there for 3.5 years, and after that I did my master's as said in sustainability, and I'm working with Airbus in the same domain of sustainability. Although it sounds a little weird, aviation and sustainability, but yeah, these guys are also trying to do something there.
Okay, so Karan, could you please tell us more about your childhood? How was your childhood? How did you grow up as a child?
So as I grew up in Himachal Pradesh, there was quite a lot of nature around me. We used to play in the jungle, to steal fruits from the gardens there, and yeah, the childhood was very interesting, funny, and we also, it was not a very big city, it was a place near Shimla, and yeah, the people were nice, there was nature all around, and I learned to appreciate nature, and yeah.
Okay. And how was growing up as a youth in your youth days? How was life during your youth days?
It was interesting. I was very curious being since the start, and also was not very bad at studies. I was not the topper, but also amongst the toppers every time. I don't know why, how, but that's the point. I just showed curiosity, and somehow it worked out. I was not a very hard worker, but
smart worker.
Yes, so, curious, simply curious. So that helped me gain good grades, and after that I went into a very good engineering college in India, and I did my bachelors from there. During the bachelors, the times were tough. I got into some bad company. My grades got bad. My parents thought, okay, engineering is difficult, but no, engineering was not difficult. It was my attitude.
So what was your field exactly in your bachelor's? Which part of engineering?
It was mechanical engineering, and we also did some projects. We made a race car, we made an off-roader, quite a lot of masti with friends in hostel. Yeah, that's why. But somehow I survived, got a job from the university, as it was a good university, and yeah, started my first job when I was 20. I graduated. Started my first job with Havels. It's that company that makes wires that don't catch fire, supposedly.
Okay. And then what was your role exactly in that job?
In that job, my role was to make machines for them. So if you go to your home, see those switches, those are not made by hand. Those things are made by some machines for mass production, and those machines were designed, repaired, innovated by me and my team.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So after that you came to Germany, right?
Yes,
To pursue
yes.
your further studies. So why did you come to Germany? Like, you could also have done your masters in India, right?
Yeah.
Why did you come here?
So in India, I actually did my bachelor's. I had experience there. What is a good university in India like? So now after that, I wanted to learn something more about the culture, about the way of studies. That's why I thought, let's do a master's and do it outside India. And yeah, I didn't want to spend like 60 lakh rupees while going to America. That's why I chose Germany, and I came here. I decided to come here, and the only challenge while coming to Germany is language. I would say that's the major challenge, which can save you quite a lot of money, must say.
Learn the language and come.
Yeah. If you are afraid of learning the language and move to a country like US or Canada, you have a ton of education loan on your head, which is a risk, I would say. So instead of doing that, you should be active about learning a new culture, a new language, be mixed into this, and then come here. Why not? I thought this is a good decision, and that's what I did.
And what were the struggles initially when you decided that Germany it's the place that I wanted to study? Because I know you have to do a lot of stuff ahead of time.
Yeah.
So what were the struggles that you faced personally, and how did you overcome those struggles?
Yeah, so the first struggle was to get education, to get admission in Germany in a good public university. You need to have good grades in India. I didn't have good grades in India. That was the first struggle, and I did quite a lot to actually overcome them. When I was doing my job in India, I studied the German language. I gave the GRE, the Graduate Record Examination. I learned quite a lot of softwares, ANSYS, MATLAB, which are related to my studies. I just showed some more curiosity at that time, and I thought, okay, curiosity can help me overcome my bad grades in my bachelor's university and get me admission here in Germany. So I stayed curious, I learned different things, learned the language, and then applied for a university. That helped me to get admission in supposedly the second nicest reputed university in Germany, that is the Rheinisch-Westfälische Technische Hochschule Aachen, RWTH.
Okay, so now let's go to the next part of the question. So what was your first impression when you reached Germany?
My first impression after I reached Germany was because I had seen news about Germany that it's such an advanced nation, sustainable and blah blah blah. I was surprised seeing petrol and diesel cars here. That's same as it is across the whole world. Yeah. That was my first observation, and also you don't find dented cars here. It took me almost 2 weeks to find the first car which had a dent on it. Remember that.
Okay, so what were the struggles that you faced in Germany, and how did you overcome those struggles?
Okay, when I came here, I had learned the language before, but then I got a little bit depressed because I came here, I had learned the language, but now I was not getting an excuse to speak it to the public, to practice it more. So, and I was not getting a part-time job in my technical field. I was applying for it, but was not getting very positive responses. So I was in my mind like, okay, let's do something, let's practice the language. I'm not so far away from home just to sit inside my room here. No. So I applied to Domino's, started working there as a delivery agent, on the scooter bike. Yeah. So another good tip: when you come from India, your Indian driving license is valid here for 6 months. You can use it to drive a car, a Domino scooter, anything.
And how did you overcome those struggles?
So yeah, I started working at Domino's, and it got me some money, got me some experience in language, meet with some really nice people, and I learned quite a lot about Germany already from them. So the key to overcome your struggles here is to socialize as much as you can, because in India you have excuses to socialize. It's a point to be noted. In India you have temples, you have marriages, you have big pujas in the temples, then where you meet people, you play cricket together, you have nice weather there, but these things are not here in Germany. So you need excuses to socialize with people, and people are the ones who are going to help you through all the obstacles you face in here.
And what cultural difference did you face in Germany? Because India and Germany, it's really different, right? There are a lot of culture here that you need to follow it if you want to stay here for a long period of time, starting from learning the language. So could you please, personally,
the culture of Germany is also like the culture which is penetrating in India in the big cities. The culture of not giving a shit about what's happening in the next door. This is a culture, I would say, which is there here, and this makes things a lot difficult. If you want to have a nice flat in India, to rent a flat, you can just go to the streets and ask people, the street vendors, if talking about a small town village or a small town in India, you can get some leads there. It's easy, but here people don't know what's going on in their neighborhood, so it's difficult to socialize, and that gives you a lot of problems.
And then you are right now working as a full-time employee.
Yes.
And I don't think you got the job easily. You had to struggle.
Yes.
So what kind of struggles did you face personally, and how did you overcome those struggles?
To get a job, you have to apply a lot. The rejection rate in India is humongous. It's massively high, and that can get you easily depressed. For example, if you find a nice company, a nice job profile, it might be that you write a motivational letter for that company. You spend 2 weeks, maybe I have done that. I have been there, done that. I've spent 2 weeks for a company which I thought is like a dream company. I should definitely spend some time to get in there. And then you write a big letter, a small letter, not a big one. Yeah, the length is constant. So when you apply and then you get a rejection, that can get you depressed very soon, because you thought that's the perfect thing. You applied to it and you got rejected. The point is, you never think it from a perspective of the company. They might have other guys who are just simply more suited to the job, who have a relevant experience, or they might know someone who knows someone who is a better fit for the job. You don't know it exactly. You just have spent some time and then you get a rejection. That can get you in problems really quickly, and the key here is to apply more, and yeah.
Okay, so there will be some people right now currently applying for full-time jobs, and
Yes.
I also heard that there are some people who are not able to get the full-time, and their 18 months of job seeker visa, it's getting over, and they are really panicking. So what advice would you like to give them? Like, because there are some people who, it's not easy to get a job after studies.
Yes.
So, and it's not easy to be motivated, you know? When you are getting rejections every day, especially Monday morning, you get rejections over and over again, you know that feeling, right? So obviously we get depressed, but how did you come out of that depression, and how did you go forward? So maybe this can help some youths out here who are, you know, in this phase of applying jobs.
It works like magic when it has to be. So the thing is to be interested in what do you want to do. Just don't apply to anything that has no relation with your skills, that you don't want to do. You have to find what you want to do, and also you have to be a little bit flexible. Okay, for that you need to be practical enough. Think about the job from the perspective of the one who wants to employ you. You should be able to bring in value to the job, and practical value I'm talking about. You don't talk about fairy tales and blah 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 in your motivational letter. You have to be very precise. What are your skills? What is the job about? How can you help him with your skills? And what do you think can be improved in such a field? For example, if I'm in sustainability, for example, in terms of buildings, which is my area of interest as well, so you should be able to bring in some value in your motivation letter, that okay, I know this field, I know what you guys do, I know how far is the research in this field, and this is what I think could be improved, and I have the skills which can improve it further. These things you have to explain in your motivation letter very clearly to your manager, and you don't have to do it in complicated English. This is a misconception that you have to be, okay, you have to show your linguistic skills there. You don't have to. You have to be as simple as possible, but to clarify the point, yes. You have to condense the knowledge in one paper and do it very concisely, because the manager who wants to hire you maybe has got 40 more applications, and he hasn't got time for your application, and he doesn't give shit about what you did in your bachelors if it's not related to the field that he wants you to work in. So you have to be to the point, that is relevant for him. If he wants to see 40 letters a day, your letter has to stand out, and it will only stand out if you bring in the right
Content.
The right content, yes.
So there will be some people out there who is interested in the field of sustainability, who is interested to work in this field. So would you like to give a brief overview about your field, what a person can expect?
So sustainability is a very wide field, and if you're from a chemical engineering background, mechanical engineering background, you always will find something or else to do in the domain of sustainability. But the thing is to have very strong soft skills. You should be good in Microsoft Excel, handling data, and you should be curious enough to learn new things and open towards different verticals of engineering. As I'm a mechanical engineer, but I shouldn't be afraid of learning something from the electronics background or from chemicals background or from whatsoever. I mean, curiosity should be the religion of an engineer. That is what sustainability is all about. So it's a very general term, but its background can be traced back to many verticals. So curiosity should be present in you, and otherwise sustainability is a very general domain. When you talk about sustainability, it can also be on an economic front. So if you are a CA or if you have interest in economics, my courses at the Masters University, they were also focused on economics, and if you come from that kind of background, you had a lot of electives to choose from, so that you could perform better on the economic front. So it's a very general term, and it holds a lot of stuff under it.
So since you know that this project is focused to the unemployed youth in Nagaland or in India, and you know that now the population of India is even exceeding China or have even exceeded, a lot of people are
world heavyweight champions.
A lot of people are unemployed, and then there are a lot of people who are appearing for these competitive exams, this UPSC exams and state board exams, and then since those exams are not meant for everybody, those jobs are not meant for everybody, a lot of people end up in depression. A lot of people are so stressed, and in worst case they are even committing suicide and all these things. So this project is specially focused to them, just to motivate them and to encourage them that this is not the end of the world. So I'm pretty sure that even in your state, the place you come from, there will be unemployed youths out there who are depressed and who are upset. So I would like to tell you to talk from your own native language and to talk to them, any kind of words of encouragement that you would like to tell them. You can take your time.
If you talk about UPSC, okay, let's switch to Hindi. अगर आप UPSC के बारे में बोलें तो मैं बहुत ही गलत आदमी हूँ जिससे आप ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं. UPSC, I hate UPSC because it's causing a lot of localized brain drain in India. मेरे को लगता है कि एक बहुत बड़ी पॉपुलेशन है जो सिर्फ इस एग्ज़ाम के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रही है, और जिनका दिमाग इतना अच्छा है कि वो देश की प्रोडक्टिविटी को बहुत आगे लेके जा सकता है, और वो सिर्फ वेस्ट हो रहा है इस एक एग्ज़ाम के लिए प्रिपेयर करने में. इसलिए मेरे को इससे नफरत है. मेरे घर वाले चाहते थे कि मैं भी प्रिपेयर करूं, और मैंने ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग देखे हैं जो इसकी वजह से प्रॉब्लम्स में चले जाते हैं. इसलिए मैंने कभी प्रिपेयर नहीं किया इसके लिए, सिर्फ इसलिए क्योंकि ये मेरी फ़िलासफ़ी के ख़िलाफ़ था. और मेरे बहुत सारे दोस्त हैं जो आज 10 साल पढ़ने के बाद भी कुछ नहीं, मतलब सरकारी जॉब में नहीं लगे, क्योंकि सरकारी जॉब का ऐसा है कि ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि वो 3 साल तक कोई पोजीशंस निकाले ही ना. Forget UPSC, even if your state exams are there, it's very much possible that you don't have any opportunities for the next 3 years. They don't get out the results, so you are just wasting your talent. So I would say is, okay, prepare for UPSC, but also have your interest in the technical side, in industry, what you can do. How can you be productive in an industry? How can you bring value to the country? Okay, even if you are working as an IAS, you have to bring value to your social circle, your industrial circle, at a localized place in India. So for that also you have to be very advanced in the terms of thinking. So उसको अप्लाई करते रहो, उसको कभी छोड़ना नहीं है. सिर्फ यूपीएससी का सिलेबस भी ना एक तो सिर्फ हिस्ट्री के ऊपर बेस रहता है, और साइंस के ऊपर भी है जनरली, बट एक बहुत सारा पार्ट उसका हिस्ट्री भी है. वो ठीक है, बट आपको अपनी इंडस्ट्रियल रिलेवेंस नहीं खोनी चाहिए. ठीक है, आपको उसको मेंटेन रखना चाहिए, अपनी क्यूरियोसिटी मेंटेन रखनी चाहिए, और आपको ऐसे तैयारी करनी चाहिए यूपीएससी की कि आप हमेशा एम्प्लॉयबल रहें, आपकी एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी ख़त्म ना हो, आपको अपने स्किल्स उस लेवल पे मेंटेन रखने चाहिए.
तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपको, आपने बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन कर चुका. हम लोग का यूथ को आपने बहुत अच्छे से मोटिवेट कर लिया, इसलिए आपको बहुत ज़्यादा धन्यवाद दे रहे हैं. एंड थैंक यू सो मच कि आपने मेरा ये शो में आने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. So guys, we have already come to the end of our video and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!
Bye-bye.
I think it's better I sit here because this is dirty. Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in once again.
Are you sure? Frame में आ रहा है.
मैं टेस्ट कर रहे हैं.
टेस्ट कर रहे हैं. देख.
थोड़ा कुछ
दूर है थोड़ा, तो कैमरा थोड़ा मोड़ना पड़ेगा. मिंट क्या बोल रहा है साले, उसका पुदीना बोलना. पुदीना बोलना.
Okay. वीडियो लेगा, ये पकड़ के लेगा,
पिंक वाला. नहीं.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel once again. Thank you so much for tuning in once.
Yeah. Continue. Welcome everyone.
मैं बोलूँगी.
बोल जल्दी हो जाए.
तू कितना मस्ती करोगे, उतना डिले हो जाएगी.